Aloha kako. My name is James Hustace and I serve as your Hawaii County Council member for District 9, representing the communities of North and South Kohala. Just wanted to provide a few new updates since our last virtual chat. Hope you all had a nice, wonderful holiday weekend. It was great to participate and be a part of the Kohala reunion much of this last weekend. Up there a couple days, and the Kohala reunion was a 3-day event of performances, activities, community engagement, and then of course sharing stories with neighbors and friends. I had an opportunity to recognize Uncle Joe Carvalho for all of his service and commitment to community. So I want to mahalo him for all the work that he does in the North Kohala community. And of course, I just want a big shout out and mahalo nui to Kathy Matsuda and the planning committee there for the reunion, as well as the many volunteers that brought the event together. It was really a fabulous event, seeing community members get together and really participate in all the festivities there this past weekend as everyone came together and celebrated and shared stories. You know, last week had a number of other good community meetings and conversations with community members. It was fabulous to attend the Waikoloa Lions Club and them celebrating their 20th anniversary. So congratulations to that dedicated group of volunteers in the Waikoloa community. And then was invited to participate along with a fellow council member, Cherry Naba, at the West Hawaii Civic Center last week to engage with a number of our keiki that are running through some summer programs as they came over for a huaka'i, and really learned about the role of the county council. So I was there sharing with them about what we do, our jobs, and then kind of the overall role of county government here in our communities. And then one important piece of another meeting I attended was last week in North Kohala, was really this ongoing conversation about emergency roads in our communities. And in that particular community, looking at Pratt Road as one of those potential emergency egress roads in kind of an emergency purposes. So that's an opportunity to continue those conversations, and looking forward to helping that community in that space as well. But really seeing, you know, there physically visited that space, scoped out some of the issues and some of the work that needs to be done to really provide that for a sense of security for the community. And, you know, as we look to this week ahead, we have council and committee meetings this week starting tomorrow. So we'll be in Hilo for our 2 days. A number of things to look at on the agenda. We have some charter amendment discussions relating to the requirements for the DPW, the Department of Public Works Director, as well as the department itself. So some good conversation to be had about those two bills coming forward, as well as some ongoing conversations about zoning regulations for our meeting facilities across the county. A number of nominations for boards and commissions on both days. We have our District 9 Youth Commissioner coming forward for nomination. So if this is something that, you know, interests you across the board for all of our boards and commissions, please don't hesitate to reach out. Happy to work with you on finding the right board and commission you'd like to serve on and represent the community. Other conversations will include the 2025 multi-hazard mitigation plan that Civil Defense has been working on for some time now, and bringing that to council and have some good conversation about that. We're also going to have some interesting discussions, and will be some emotional discussions on the regulation of feeding feral animals on county property. We'll also have some presentations from the College of Tropical Agricultural and Human Resilience, as well as a presentation on geothermal energy possibilities here for the county. So some things to look forward to, and some interesting conversations and some resources there. And then also on Wednesday evening, after our council meeting, we're having a special committee meeting. So this will be Wednesday, July 9th at 5 p.m. We're going to be diving into the general plan as a council as we review all the work that's been done in the past and kind of bring it back to the council here. Really going to be looking at the different chapters, and starting off with the introductory chapter, as well as the chapter on collaborative biocultural stewardship. So that's the plan for the general plan, and we'll be moving forward on that over the next few months. Opportunity to testify on that and provide some insight on the general plan as the council takes its final review. And with all these things, I encourage you to submit testimony. Anything that comes before council, you're welcome to use the email address counciltestimony@hawaiicounty.gov. A written testimony is due at 12 noon on the business day prior to the meeting. Otherwise, you may provide oral testimony in person at the council chambers or at one of our remote sites. And if you wanted to attend virtually and provide your testimony that way, make sure you use the email councilremotetestimony@hawaiicounty.gov. So some opportunities there to provide your insight and input as the council reviews a lot of these things. And as always, I value your input on these items that come before council. Looking ahead at some of our community events and things happening across the district, some ongoing road paving efforts. We have some striping here in the Waimea area, the main intersection of Lindsay Road to Lalamila Farm Road, some restriping, kind of that last leg of that paving work there. Also some road work, shoulder maintenance, road maintenance further out on Mauna Road, and then out on Mamaloho Highway by the Daniel K. Noe Highway intersection, some ongoing paving and striping efforts there. Up on Kohala Mountain Road, got some ongoing tree trimming and shoulder work. That is a state highway. They're working on the shoulders there and kind of cutting back some of the trees on that area for greater visibility. I know there was some road issues that were being caused by the roots themselves, so some ongoing work there. And then in North Kohala, we also have out towards Pololu Valley, right around mileposts 26 to 28, there's some shoulder maintenance and road maintenance happening in that area. And then in Hawi itself, along Hawi Road, there's some grass cutting. And then last time we talked about, and I think you've seen some outreach about the coconut rhinoceros beetle. Now remember that there is a voluntary compliance order that's been issued by the county in partnership with the Department of Agriculture. This is a voluntary compliance order for West Hawaii, really to stop the movement of host material for coconut rhinoceros beetle. So this is a 3-month period, and it's really establishing this quarantine area from Waikoloa Road to Palani Road. So really looking for your kokua, not to transport any of those decomposing plant material, plant propagation material, or other landscaping materials within that area to really prevent the spread of coconut rhinoceros beetle. Any of your green waste can be taken to the West Hawaii Organics facility or the Kalakahi transfer station. Other community meetings and upcoming events, we've got this evening, we've got the North Kohala Community Development Plan Advisory Group. They're meeting at the old Kohala Judiciary Building starting at 4:30. Also at the same time as the Waimea Trails and Greenways Committee, they're meeting at the Waimea Nature Park starting at 4:30. A little later this week, we have the North Kohala Affordable Housing Group. They're meeting at Pomaikai Cafe starting at 9 o'clock in the morning this Wednesday. And then that afternoon and evening, the North Kohala Growth Management Group meets at 5 o'clock at the old Kohala Courthouse. Also Wednesday evening, the Wildfire Safety Advocates of Waikoloa will have their monthly meeting starting at 5:30 at the Waikoloa Village Association Community Room. They do have a special guest, so I encourage you to attend with them and connect with our State Fire Marshal, Dory Booth. They've invited her to join, learn about the community and some of the issues that we're all facing in our Leeward community. So good opportunity to connect with her, meet her, and hear her thoughts on some of our issues that we face here. And on Thursday evening, the Waimea Community Association is holding their monthly town meeting. They bumped it from last week to this week based upon the holiday week there. They'll be at Keck Observatory headquarters starting at 5:30 p.m. And then on Friday, we have a community Narcan giveaway at the Waimea KTA. This is a different time. They're at 3 in the afternoon going to 6 p.m. So you'll see them outside there of the KTA. And don't forget, we're also still within a time where you can donate a backpack for Keiki in Need in collaboration and partnership with our Hawaii County Police Department. So you can drop off any new or unfilled backpacks to any of our police stations. And this is running just for a little while longer as we get into the month of July here. And then one last plug for the Hawaii Performing Arts Festival and their season here, running over this month into July 20th with their Summer of Love. So check out their website at hawaiiperformingartsfestival.org. Monitor serves your council member, so please reach out if you have any questions. You're welcome to email me at james.hustace@hawaiicounty.gov, or you can call our Waimea office at 808-887-6077. And with that, I want to wish you good health. Be well. Aloha.